My long-awaited book, Astrology Realized, is finally available and waiting for you at Amazon and other online retailers. Get one for you, your loved one, or as a gift, all part of your fabulous journey to understanding astrology. Enjoy. Hello, fabulous Libra. Welcome to your horoscope for November 2013 Love Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month has a very strong desire on your part to feel a sense of closeness to another. And so you are an air sign. You like to consider different ideas, and at your best, you're fair, right? There's this idea of you being very diplomatic, and that includes in your relationships as well as you're considering different ideas. And that's all very well. We all learn a lot from your example in that sense. But there are moments in your life and in time and in the year when just having that other person, just having those interactions and just considering things on a level of intellect doesn't feel like it's enough. You want an experience that feels more genuine, more intense, and especially an experience that feels meaningful on a level of spirit and on a level of you feeling like you can be with somebody with whom you can be genuinely vulnerable and share the things that are within your heart. That is the type of moment that is on offer to you this month, but it comes with a little bit of caution. So if you are in an established bond, this type of close moment, if you will, in the second half of the month is very strongly indicated. And even if you are not in an established bond, there's also a moment indicated, but I would just advise you to, and especially if you're not with somebody in a committed relationship, I would advise you to consider how much it is that your desire for that intimacy and for that closeness is actually motivating your actions, is actually guiding you to a place or triggering you to have feelings that may not necessarily be fully warranted given the situation. And what I mean by that is true intimacy and true vulnerability is earned. And sometimes, occasionally, but sometimes people want to be in love so much and have the experience of love so much that they can convince themselves that they are experiencing love when it isn't really a genuine respect and interest in the other person, but it's more originating from within. It's more about you wanting to experience love and wanting to know that feeling for yourself, and not necessarily anything that this person actually is. It becomes more about what they represent. And so in light of that, I would advise you to be a little bit cautious, or at the very least strive to be honest with yourself as to what is happening within a given dynamic. Now, if you're in a relationship, it could be that it's a moment, if you will. Now, it doesn't mean that there isn't genuine respect and intimacy within that bond. Absolutely, there can be. But it does look like you may be saying things or promises may be made that aren't so clear, if you will, or in the moment, right? I'm reminded of this idea of how in the moment a person can be very honest and a person can say, this is how I feel and I feel so close to you and you're the greatest thing since sliced bread. But people have a right to change their mind, and sometimes people change their mind very quickly. It does happen. And it does look like agreements or promises that are made in the moment, while they may be genuine, you may have to wait a little bit before you see if the actions support what it is that was said. And this isn't only about the other person's actions, this is also about you and your actions. And you really cutting yourself a break if you do change your mind as to something you agreed to. If you did end up feeling that you were pressured or that you got caught up in a moment and made certain promises and then realized after the fact that maybe that isn't something that you genuinely really want, then it's okay for you to find a way to express that to your partner. And if you are not attached, well, all of this becomes even more important, because it does look like there is an experience with someone else that triggers all these emotions for you, and there is the possibility that you are declaring things, or you are hearing another declare things that you so want to hear, when the reality may end up being very different, or when the possibility of you changing your mind is there and is strong. Ultimately, what's really important here is that you want to experience love and you want to experience closeness, and that is possible. I'm not saying necessarily that there will be a changing of minds, but what I am saying is that the hope and the illusion is so strong, and it's so easy to get caught up in that now, that maybe the reality of the situation, if you're not actively seeking to find that balance that you're so good at, it's easy to get tilted a little bit off balance, so that you're seeing things more as you hope them to be than the reality of what they are. Ultimately, this entire journey is leading you to be more honest with yourself in matters of love. And that journey is a really valuable one to take, because if you take that journey, it will lead you to a more genuine love and a deeper love than you've ever known before.
Thank you for watching. It'll be a great month. Be fabulous and enjoy.